8-game NBA slate. Let's talk some Underdog basketball. Let's go. Hey, good morning, everyone. It is Craig Bennett, aka Cash Keg, back with an NBA Underdog fantasy pick'em video. I got 4 plays for you here. Again, we got a nice 8-game slate on our hands tonight on Monday, the 21st. And again, we're going to talk about 4 plays that I do like. If you want access to more plays that we have for price picks, straight up sportsbook plays, all our tools that we have for price picks, Underdog, as well as our sportsbook models, you can get access to everything in the Patreon link below. Also going to be doing a Thanksgiving giveaway for subs and non-subs. So get in the Discord, check us out, see what we got to offer. And if you don't have an account, use that promo code ARMY and get 100% instant deposit match up to $100. Let's go. All right, we have the underdogfantasy.com. I have the website pulled up here. They got a slick mobile app you can download as well. One of the main functions that they have now is insurance. Again, talked about this in a lot of the videos that I do, but it's very important. If you're going to play the 2-mans, which I prefer to play, I think this should be the staple of what you should play each and every night. But if you want to take a jab at the 3, 4, and 5-mans, I always turn this on. It's tough to hit a 5-man in anything, regardless if you're playing sports books with straight parlays or just trying to hit this on Underdog here. So I always turn that on if I'm playing a bunch of them. I got 4 plays for you here. We'll talk about them. We'll go over them. I'll give you some stats, why I like them, and my reasoning. So again, NBA here, they have a sweet rival section as well. There's no rivals up for NBA yet, but once they do get them, it's one of my favorite functions that they do have over here at Underdog. First one we are going to talk about here, one that we've been riding for a ton. Tyrese Halliburton, man. Going up against Orlando. Orlando does have some injuries on their side of the ball, which I do think is going to help them. Very similar that they played them just a couple days ago. Played them on the 19th, so this is a game that they played 2 days ago. Paolo's still going to be out here. Wendell Carter Jr. is questionable. We've known Cole Anthony is out for a while. Those are the big news for, on the Orlando side. So Halliburton, again, he went over this last game they played, put up 22 points. He had himself 14 assists, and he put up 4 rebounds that game. So I think what you're going to look at here, you're either going to go 2 things. You're going to go higher than 19.5 points. He has gone over this in 7 of his last 10 games. He has gone over this mark. The juice is on the over around -125 that's out there, so higher 19.5 points. Or if you want to take a shot at the points and assists, I don't mind that as well. He's gone over that in 7 of his last 10 games. So I think those are the 2 you're looking for. I'm going to go points on this one, but again, I think you can go either one of these. This is where I would be looking at. He's dishing the ball or he's scoring. So I do feel like the line is probably about where it should be. However, I think he can easily get there. Orlando's defense is ranked 14th in points allowed, 14th in assists allowed, and 28th in point guard defense. So that's what we're looking for. Tyrese Halliburton kind of staying in the same game and going on the other side of it. I'm going to go over and I'm going to look at Suggs here. Going to take a look at him a little bit. Again, with no Paolo out there, he's going to be doing a little bit more. I think that we can take a shot at one of his. Now, struggled a little bit against Indiana last game when it came to points wise. So he's sitting at 16.5 points, only put up 12. 2 games before that, he did put up 23 and 20. The juice is on the under on this 16.5 at a -125. Indiana is ranked 19th in points allowed, but 2nd in point guard defense. So they're really good against point guards. Now, if we look at this, points and rebounds at 20.5, again, he went over that against Minnesota and Chicago, not so much against Indiana. So the one I'm actually looking at that I like for Suggs is actually rebounds, higher than 4 rebounds. He crashes the boards hard. Now, the line out there in a lot of the books is at 3.5, and he has gone over this 3.5 mark in 6 of his last 7 games. We look at Indiana's defense. They are ranked 11th in rebounds allowed, 19th in offensive rebounds, 10th in defensive rebounds. And again, he put up 5 rebounds in this game 2 days ago against Indianapolis. And again, he should play. He's averaged around 33 minutes a game over the last 5. it's a spot that I do think we can look at the rebounds wise. Now, again, it's at 3.5. A lot of the books they put it at 4. If we look at all those games I mentioned, his rebounds 5, 7, 3, 4, 6, 5, 5, and that last one was 5 against Indiana. So I do like taking a shot at Suggs at 4 rebounds. I feel like that is where the value is when it pertains to looking at what he's been doing wise. Assist wise is another one I was looking at. Over his last 4 games, he has put up 7, 6, 8, 8 assists. The juice is on the under on the 6.5 mark though, so it did get pushed down a half assist, but he did put up 8 assists against Indy last time they played against him. So again, that would be the second one that I would look at if you're looking for a different one from Suggs. Rebounds first, then assist. Now, the next one we're going to look at, guy that, again, we've been really hitting a bunch, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, he just continues to print. He's missed a few times for us, but overall, it's been a spot where he's definitely got there more times than not. And that is coming with points at 30.5. He's gone over this in 7 of his last 10 games, played the Knicks back on the 13th where he put up 37 points. They're not going to have anyone to stop him. It's not really juiced massively over, -115, so a little bit. Did struggle against Memphis last time out, only put up 15 points. Struggled shooting 6 from 18. But before that, shots-wise, 23, 25, 14, 22 against the Knicks, 26, 22. Does a little bit of everything. It's been a lot of fun to watch him play. Poku is out this game, so I think that's going to, not that Poku shoots a ton, but I do think it's going to help him a little bit here. And it's just, again, he's going to get to the rack. Defense, Knicks-wise, 21st in points allowed in association, 29th in three-pointers allowed. Definitely takes a few three-pointers, but has been going to the rim a ton, and ranked 16th in point guard defense. So I do like looking at the higher than 30.5 points here. The other one you could look at, I guess, is points and assists. He's gone over that in 7 of the last 10 games, put up 45 against the Knicks. So if we look at his last 4 games, again, he struggled against Memphis, but before that, 45, 45, 49, and then that 21 spot. So that's where I'm looking at. Assist-wise, 8, 8, 7, and 6 over his last 4 games. I think your best bet is just to go points or points and assists at 37.5, but I feel better at points at 30.5, and that's where I'm kind of leaning there to bounce back game after Memphis. And then the last one we're going to talk about here, the last one we're going to look at is in the same game. Excuse me. Again, I talked about Poku being out. I'm looking at Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. I like it if he starts a little bit more here, but I still think there's a little bit of value that we can kind of jump on in this spot here. Again, going up against the Knicks. The Knicks are not a good rebounding team. 27th in rebounds allowed in association, 26 offensive rebounds, 25th in defensive rebounds. So if we look at him a little bit, rebounds-wise, juice is massively on the over at the 4.5 mark at -146. So getting it at 5, I'm still okay with it. His last 4 games, 7, 5, 4, and 7. I think he's going to have to do a little bit more rebounding with Poku out, and hopefully he gets the start. If he gets the start, I like it a little bit more. It all comes down to minutes with him. If he's going to get the minutes, he could get there. So I think there's a little bit of value with the rebounds with him. And again, at that 4.5 with the juice at -146, I do like that a little bit. So that's what we're kind of looking at here. Tyrese Halliburton, I would probably rank these SGA number 1, Halliburton number 2, Suggs number 3, and Robinson-Earl number 4. Really like this play if he does start. But even if he doesn't, I think he can still get there with how bad the Knicks rebound. So those are the 4 plays for you. Again, if you want to check us out in the Patreon streets, see what we got to offer when it comes to our Underdog plus EV models that we have. The models straight up playing spreads points, or just come out and hang out, see what we got to offer, man. Get it all for the price of lunch, and I will see you on the flip side. Deuces.